Grab your glue gun and ribbon. It's time to create at the Home Decor Crafters Summit. Enjoy 35 inspiring workshops led by talented speakers. We have amazing giveaways that are happening now. Register today for your chance to win and get your free ticket today. And if you want to keep the workshops, upgrade to the VIP ticket for lifetime and instant access with exclusive bonuses. So grab your glue gun and let's stick together for some crafty fun at the Home Decor Crafters Summit.
Hello. All right, we are live. I love it when it works. Okay, let me shut off my emails. All right, so everybody got their coffee?
I do.
I drink coffee. I'm weird.
I got my tea.
We'll let you play anyway. So, well, I'm excited to be here. I have some fun questions for these speakers. And if you are a free attendee or a VIP attendee, drop it in the comments, because here's a little tip. We are going to pick a winner today and do a door prize for another coffee mug over at our Printify shop. So we have all these fun crafting things, and I had a video up and then I closed it. So I will show you guys a screenshot of that later. But we do have some fun crafting merch over there, and we can share the link with this video for that. But today we're going to dive in, and I'm going to ask these ladies some fun questions. Looks like we've got some fun VIPers and some fun free attendees watching today. So we are also streaming on YouTube and on Facebook. So depending on where you're watching from, just wanted to mention that. But we're going to go around, and I'm just going to ask everybody to introduce themselves. Erin, would you like to start?
I'll start. Hi, everybody. I'm Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and I'm helping a little bit behind the scenes on this amazing summit. And I know few of these ladies personally that are part of our little coffee chat today, and I'm so excited to have all of you with us. But a little bit about me personally is I'm a content creator, a crafter. You can find me over on YouTube. I host events. I do lots behind the scenes with working with different summits. I just love to get my hands in and get creative and crafty, and I'm so glad you guys are all here today. Yay.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Courtney.
Hi, I am Courtney with The Crafty Brick. You have to excuse my voice today. I'm fighting a cold, but I didn't want to miss the live. So I do lots of tutorials over on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I love dancing, so you might see me doing dancing in some of my reels and tutorials. It's just part of the Crafty Brick way. So I make all kinds of different things, sublimation and t-shirts and embroidery. I just got an embroidery machine last year. So I do I dabble in a lot of different crafty things, and I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome. We are excited to have you. And I bet a lot of people watching can relate to I do more than one craft. All right, Christy. Oh, hold on. I have you
muted.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself because my doggies are in here. Anyway, I said, let me narrow it down on what things I do too. You know, it's just like crafters love to craft, and we just love to be part of all the things. But I'm Christy Darty. I teach hand lettering. I do it. I teach traditionally, where we write out scriptures and do watercoloring and all the fun things. And then I also teach it on the iPad for those who are digital, who love to have their iPad around and not make a mess and just go sit, you know, in a certain comfortable spot, not have to have all the special tools. It's all in one spot. So anyway, that is my love, those two things. Yeah, is that, I can't see y'all's faces anymore. So I'm like, did I share it?
You're good. You're good. All right, Kelly.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Kelly Rousseau. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa, and if you hear a little bit of a clunking, that's I keep my welcome mat. You can see Sam has decided that no, he now needs to lie on there and scratch his claws on there. Yeah, so that's one of my other little terrors. Fred is surprisingly not here at the moment, but I do cricket. As you can see, I've got lots of crickets and things like that in the background. I do cricket tutorials on YouTube. There's hundreds of tutorials on there. I just love helping people and teaching them how to use their cricket and understand how to use it. So that's kind of what and these guys always make appearances in so many of my videos. It's quite fun.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. And I was talking to the cat. Thanks for joining us too, Kelly.
Kelly, Fred is on his way. He heard me calling. He's on his way. You'll be able to hear him in a moment.
That's funny. Love it. All right, Anne.
Hi, everyone. I am Ann Butler, and I am a licensed artist with several companies. I have rubber stamps and watercolors and stencils, and I also own Bella Crafts Publishing. So we do 2 Facebook Lives every week on Wednesdays if you want to join us, and they're on YouTube and Facebook. And we also do a free craft magazine, which is your freebie, and we do digital ebooks. So I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. Thanks for joining us. And if you're in the Facebook group, we have a post too, so you can get to her magazine. So it's a fun magazine. All right, Catherine.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Catherine Learns Stuff. I focus on like all sorts of crafts. I do paper crafts, vinyl, canvas, woodworking, sewing, kind of everything, sort of anything that like my heart's sort of in the mood for. I've been focusing a lot on paper crafts recently because I got a stack of free paper and it's just too much. So I'm trying to work my way through it. But you can watch me do those crafts on my website at catherinelearnstuff.com, or you can see the videos of me doing it live or the pre-recorded videos of me doing it at Catherine Learns Stuff on YouTube. So it's great to be here, and I'm excited to see what kind of questions Shelly's got for us today.
Sweet. Awesome. I'm excited. I think these are going to be fun.
We're trying to get Catherine up to 1,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. So hop on over, check out Catherine. I'm going to pop her link in the bottom. But yeah, go subscribe.
Hey,
please.
And to all of our ladies, go subscribe to all of us. Like, support the love, and we'll be popping in all the links. But the links are all down below in the information section for all of our amazing.
Where is this showing live? Like I was trying to find it. Where is it playing?
It's on my YouTube channel, and then it's on my Facebook page.
Okay, so it's not in the group. Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, we're broadcasting them live everywhere, just because it was easier these days. Okay, so let's dive in, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the speakers and other things that they have going on that you might want to join in. Well, I guess first I will introduce myself. I forgot this yesterday a few times too. If we haven't met yet, I'm Shelly with We Can Make That, and I'm the host of this year's Home Decor Crafters Summit. And I also have a blog where we do Cricut crafts. I have a Caesar Romeo machine, so we do cutting machine crafts. I have a SVG shop. And then I do a lot with helping you if you have a craft business. I have a planner that will help you with your marketing. And then we also have a monthly group. But today we're going to get to know the speakers. So I have these fun questions lined up, and I'll read off the question, and then I will just randomly pick you guys to answer them, and then we'll go through and have everybody answer all of them. So the first one, if you had to pick only one craft, and it's the only craft you could do for the rest of your life, what would it be or why? All right. Everybody has their thinking face on all of a sudden. I'm going to go with Christy.
Okay, terrified faces. Those aren't thinking faces.
Yeah. I did not prep them. I did not give them questions. So these are going to be like uncensored.
I mean, for me, it's easy, but you may not consider this a craft. But like I was talking about the iPad earlier, I love the thought of just letting go of my things. And I know crafters are probably like, wait, no. But I'm just thinking I can still be creative in an RV or, if I went on a trip or whatever, and still have my iPad and I can do art on there. It can look like watercolor and all the things. So for me, the iPad, Procreate.
I kind of figured you'd say that one. I figured your answer was right there. So I started with you. Okay. Catherine, how about you?
I don't know if this is the right answer, but I think I'd go like with paper crafts, because I don't know. I have a lot of paper, and there's just so much that you can do with paper, and it doesn't last forever. And I mean, if it gets wet, it'll get ruined, but there's so much that you can do with it. And it's like so versatile. I mean, you can make bookmarks and flowers, and you can make like boxes and gifts and cards. And like, so I would just do paper. I could just do paper crafts. That would be my thing. And I don't even need scissors. I can just rip it with like with my hands. I'm good. Just paper.
Right. I can do it anywhere, yeah.
That's right.
Too funny. Okay, how about Courtney?
I'm seriously still not set on this answer because I'm like, okay, what can I grab that I can make multiple things with? So I think I'm going to go with maybe just my Romeo cutting machine so that I can do a lot of different things because I can still do leather, I can still make t-shirts, I can still do sublimation. So I'm trying to bring it all into one. So stuff that I can do with my Romeo. So I'm just going to keep one machine, but I'm going to do lots of different crafts with that one machine.
Love it. I love it. And I know Romeo is kind of new. Caesar's machines are new. So Romeo is a wide format cutting machine, and I needed my counter space, so I don't have mine behind me. But so it's similar to a Cricut or a Silhouette, but it's just bigger. It's got some amazing software that goes with it too. And then they also have a smaller one that's a Juliet.
So here's Romeo and Juliet. They're right over there.
They're huge.
Romeo and Juliet.
And then the software is called Leonardo. So I always think that's so funny. So cute. Do we have cutting machine crafters in the audience? I bet we do have quite a few. All right. Anne, how about you?
Wow. I didn't even tell everybody that I do everything. So I love all crafts. So if I said mixed media, I could use fabric and paper and everything I do. So I could incorporate everything into that, which is probably what I would do. Mixed media, because you can use clay, you can use fabric, paint, markers, all of it. So mixed media.
That's right. I think you might be cheating with that answer, but we're going to learn.
Okay, I had a second answer. My second answer would be digital art, because I love to create on my computer and I make stuff to sell. So digital art would be the second.
The second one. Okay.
And
well,
that's only one thing
today. Okay, Kelly, how about you? What would be the one craft you would do if you only had to pick one?
I think for me, it would probably have to be, if I had to specify within like Cricut crafting, it would have to be print and cut. It's just so versatile because you can print and cut on so many different things like vinyl, paper, cardstock, all those. You can use stickers and stick them onto things. You can use it technically with sublimation, kind of. You can, and then also I can use both my Silhouette Cameo and my Joy Extra, and then my Cricuts as well. So like I could use all my machines, which is great, because I like using the Silhouette as well as I like using the Cricut. So, I mean, that's, that would be my answer if I had to pick within Cricut crafting.
Okay. That also feels a little bit like cheating, but we're going to let it go.
None of us want to give up any of our crafts.
Right?
No.
Let's just be mean today, right? Okay. Erin, how about you?
Ooh, hot spot here. Now I feel like I have to say something totally different than everybody else, but like I can't be the same. Card making, just because you can do, and I'm gonna harp the same thing that everybody else has been saying, because you can do so many things on a card. You can do mixed media on a card. You can do, sewing on a card. You can do just think of anything. It's on that little space, or it could be a larger space or a smaller space. You can make mini cards, or you can make giant cards. You could make like poster board size cards if you really wanted to. So I mean, the sky's the limit. I it's hard pressed to really ask a crafter, pick one thing, because none of us want to, which is great because that means that there's so many opportunities for fun things that you can do in the world of crafting and creating. And that is the best part about it, is that you're not going to get bored, right?
Right. Yes, I agree. And I think it's the question too kind of reminds me of which one's your favorite child. I always say it depends on which one just emptied the dishwasher. But we'll go with that. Okay, so I'll do mine too. If I had to pick for me personally, like not for the blog or the website, I would probably go with either scrapbooking or sewing. And I don't know. I feel like I always have all these projects I want to like quilt, or these things I want to sew. And I wonder if I had more time and I actually did it, if I wouldn't be as excited. From the looks of my stash of crafting supplies, I will be doing all of them for a very long time. So, all right. Number 2. Let's go around. I have to grab it here. Okay, so what is one tool that you can't live without?
It can be big or small, just any tool.
Yes, any tool. Let's start with Erin this time.
I get put in the hot seat first. We're going to go backwards order. I see how this goes. I get it. Scissors. I'm going to go with the easy one, which is scissors, because you can do so much. You can obviously cut with them. You can fussy cut. You can, add distressing with them. You need to be able to cut things. Not that you can't do it with your hands, but you can get nice clean edges. And there's just so many projects that you can do. You can not just cut paper, but cut yarn, cut all kinds of things. So I'm going to be the weird one and go scissors. You can puncture things. You can make holes. Apparently, I like to stab things. I don't know.
Anger management. Yes.
It's little things in life.
Crafting helps all kinds of stress. I'm going to go with Kelly because Courtney looks like she's really thinking yet.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay, so me then, I probably would have to go with glue, because you can use it for just like she was saying with scissors. You can glue so many different things together. And one of my favorite glues, like the thing that I am upset about is that you guys can't. Oh, that's upside down. Is that upside down or is it now upside down? Now there we go. There we go.
Flipped, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense to me now. But this is Jewel Bond glue. Like, it makes me sad that you guys can't get this in the US because it's my favorite glue. It's an embellishment glue, so it's like really, really strong. And ironically, in my crafting life, I've actually only ever used it for jewels once, which was hilarious. I use it for everything else. I don't use it for jewels. But it would have to be that, because you can use it on paper, you can use it on so many different things, and it's a super strong glue, so you can kind of, glue all the things together. And yeah. If I couldn't say my Cricut again, because my Cricut's technically a tool, although it's kind of a machine, so I don't know. Right. There we go.
I think it's hard. I can't say that I have a glue that I use all the time that can do all those things, the paper and the jewels and everything in between. So I think that's
it doesn't, and this specific glue doesn't warp the paper. So like, it's just, unless it's like really, really thin paper. So it's my favorite. I love it. Can't live without it.
Okay, Courtney.
Okay, so I didn't want to say Romeo again because that would definitely be my first choice, but I decided I was going with my absolute favorite weeding tool. It's my Caesar weeding tool. I blinged it out with some adhesive bling rhinestone sheets, but I have actually taken this with me if I'm going to craft somewhere because I do not want to be without my weeding tool, because all weeding tools are not created equal. So I'd have to go with my Caesar one.
I think that's great. And I saw you just went on a trip somewhere. So did you have to check that, or were you able to carry that on?
You know what? I actually drove on that trip, so I did take it with me.
You're good.
I'd like to change my answer, please. That was such a good answer.
Oh, funny. I love it. I do love Caesar's tweezers also that they have. Yeah. You know how the Cricut has a set of tools and then Caesar has a set of tools. So they're really good too.
And red is my color, so Caesar tools speak to me as well. So
true. See, I have to paint mine. So they're pink or something. All right. How about Christy? Oh, let me unmute you. Okay. Oh, hold on. It's not letting me unmute you.
Okay, sorry. I don't want my dogs to take over the show. Sorry. Okay, so I love my iPad. I feel like I'm pretty obsessed with my iPad because that's all I'm talking about. So I decided to pick my Apple Pencil that goes with my iPad.
Good.
Okay. Can't use it by itself though, so I might struggle if they're both tools. But
that's true, one and the same. But it's a good tool. I love it. Okay, Anne.
Okay, so my first choice would probably be my computer, but that, is that a tool? I don't know. So second choice would be a sewing machine but that's a machine. So then I would choose needle and thread, a needle, because I love to sew. I sew in the car. We're on a trip right now. I'm not home. We're traveling, and I have my sewing stuff with me. So I would do a needle. You need thread too, but
Right. That's more of an accessory, right? No. I like it. Okay. Catherine, how about you?
I don't know. This is a tough one. Like everyone's giving such good answers, and I'm like, can I reuse someone else's answer? Because I don't know.
Yes.
I'm gonna reuse scissors because like I can just there's so much that you can do with them, kind of like Erin said, right? And you can even like curl paper and ribbon with scissors, and you can cut things, and as Erin said, poke holes and everything. But I think scissors are probably the tool that I would need the most. So I'm just going to reuse that answer. Sorry, nothing creative here.
Nope, that's good. And I think when our first question, your first answer was paper, I think that goes together well. Okay, so I have one too. Mine is this paper cut, or it's actually a wrapping paper cutter.
Oh.
And if you have paper, and whoops, I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it, but and when you're cutting, the reason I really use it a lot is for vinyl. So when I'm cutting off a little part of a vinyl, or after I cut out the whatever on the Cricut, and then I just use this to go around it, and then it makes weeding it a little bit easier. And then occasionally, if I remember, I use it when I wrap presents. But I got it at Walmart like 20 years ago, in the after Christmas sale, and then I just started using it for vinyl and stuff, and I thought that was kind of a fun, I don't know, add-on. Thought, do we need it? No, but how much of the stuff behind me do we need?
I love that. I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
I need one. I mean, like to be able to cut in the air, like, because whenever you want to cut something with a craft knife or whatever, you always got to like I always got to find somewhere where I'm not going to cut into it. So to be able to just kind of pick it up and just go, like,
I know,
what?
right?
And if it's 20 years old and it's still cutting, man, that's got a good blade on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And it's like, well, I don't know, like how much time is it really saving me? But to me, it feels good. Okay.
The question is, do they still sell it? Yeah, those are still out there. That's yeah.
I
You
just
can
got-
get really addictive to just.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. And they do have other ones that are like actually wrapping paper. So if you go wrapping paper trimmer, I think it's called, and they're actually a circle, like the size of a toilet.
Actually, I have it right here.
Okay. And so that's actually for the roll of wrapping paper or something like that. So
I've seen those.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and find these in South Africa somewhere because it says my favorite message on Amazon: this item cannot be shipped to your selected delivery location.
Oh.
Bummer.
Yeah. And this one is a Scotch. So the tape brand is what it is.
try and
I think I
find
have two of them now. So
I know
How
how to
does it
task
do
for
with,
the rest
like,
of the evening.
Thicker cardstock. I've never actually tried it. I've always just tried paper, like
It
wrapping
works.
paper.
it works
Yeah?
pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Somebody asked what weeding was, and that was when, I don't know where that went, but so that's when you cut out like vinyl for the Cricut, and then you have to take away the part what you don't want, and that's what weeding is.
It's
So
very
yes.
tedious.
Yeah.
It's the best. I love
Oh,
it.
see, I feel like there's two different camps on this one. You either love to weed, and it's like a cathartic kind of thing to do, or you absolutely hate it. And I'm in the hate it category.
Yep.
Anybody else in the hate it? Hands up in the audience if you're in the hand. And also, do you love to weed? Like,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
like
kind of in
licorice.
between. It depends on what it is. If it's a really detailed design, I'm not really fired up about it. But if it's gonna all weed easily and it's like big, I'm like, oh, okay, I like it.
I don't know. I think of it as a necessary evil.
Or if I'm in a hurry and I really want to get the project done, or if I'm getting, because I like to do the birthday present right before I go to give the person the birthday present.
Of course.
Then I'm in a hurry.
That's the only way to do it.
Right.
Now, I will have to say, like, if you're doing vinyl and you pull back and it pulls clean the first try and it doesn't stick and it doesn't do anything, it's like, oh.
Chef's kiss.
Everybody in this audience just went, But if you do it and it sticks and it bubbles and it tears halfway and you're just like, all the expletives start coming out of your mouth, then that's the weeding.
Right.
Or it's old vinyl and it's actually sticking to the backing, like the adhesive vinyl. So I threw a project away the other day because it would not pull up from the backing. It was so irritating.
Oh, that's frustrating.
When I first got my Cricut, I would cut like a 12 by 12 mandala, and then I'd sit there for the rest of the evening just going ting, ting, ting. And then when I'm done, I'd roll it up and pack it away and never use it again.
I actually have some projects that I printed or cut and started to weed, and then there was just too much on it, and they've been in my spare cabinet for like 2 years. Maybe someday when I have more time, I'll come back and weed this.
See, I feel like the people that enjoy the weeding also are the same people that enjoy fussy cutting, and they would sit there just for hours. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, but yeah, see, Kelly's like, and I'm like, that's not my jam either. Nope.
Yep, I can fussy cut several pages
is.
and then pack it away, and then
Never
put it
use
in a
it
little
again.
container and pack it away. Oh, it's the
What's
best.
fussy
So much
cutting?
fun.
Oh, fussy cutting? So if, like, let's say you have a design and you want to cut out a little character out of a pattern paper, or you've got, some really pretty paper and you want to cut out just that little bitty thing. Kelly's going to pull it out for us. Watch. She's digging around for it. So you just want to cut that fine detail out of that paper that you're wanting. It could be a magazine, it could be whatever, and she's about to show us. So here we go.
Yeah. So as an example, this used to be a whole page of things. I was about to open that upside down, which would have been a disaster.
So you cut all
this
yeah,
yeah,
I
so
wouldn't
you
like
just manually
fussy
cut, and you can see, like, I've literally done this whole packet, and
Isn't that
I
what
have.
For
That's what
Scan and cut. That's the reason for scan and cut right there.
Yeah, there you go.
But I feel like that's the same people who enjoy the weeding probably also enjoy the fussy cutting, and you're either in it or you're probably not. So.
And they sell somebody asked a question about it. So they sell scissors that are little and they're really sharp and they're just, I don't know.
The hingy ones are great. Like, they have a hinge that pops back out on you. The Fiskars has those. Those are awesome. Yeah, those.
Oh, she's got those too.
If I was back there without my stupid sound being a goofball today, then I would be showing you all the crap too. But I'm stuck at my computer desk.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
When do I sleep, Jerry? I don't. Sorry, say again.
What time is it there, Kelly?
Oh, it's 7:30 in the evening.
Oh, it's just 7. I know that one time we were on a live together and it was like 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the questions. So we have one here for Courtney. What kind of laser do you have?
I have 2, the We Create Vista and the We Create Vision.
How long have you had them?
Both of them less than 6 months. I think I got the Vision in October, and I got the Vista maybe November, December, something like that. So I haven't used them a lot, but I do really, really love them. I've wanted a laser for so long, and they reached out to me and they gifted them to me. So now I'm able to make a lot of laser stuff.
Time to play, right?
Yes, it's very, very much fun.
All right. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the chat and we'll pull them up. So somebody said, what's the difference between a Cricut Joy and a Cricut Plus?
All right, I'm gonna default this one over to Kelly because she's got all of them behind her.
No problem. I can grab them for you. So the
She's our
Cricut
demo
Joy.
queen.
This is
Sponsored
the
by
Cricut Joy.
I'm sorry.
The little no problem. And it just cuts little small things. So I think it's got 4.5 inch wide cutting. If I'm wrong, please correct me because the centimeters to inches conversion is not converting in my brain at the moment. And then the Joy Extra. So it's called the Joy Extra. Mine's just plugged in. Just unplug her. So you can see she's a little bit wider, and it can use print and cut, and it's obviously a much wider machine. So this could take an 8.5 by 11 inch. And then it also has a little sensor, which you can't really see on the housing. But yeah, so there you can see the size difference in the two right there. Let me open that one. the best way to open the machines, of course. You can see the size difference in between the two. So pretty much the main thing is the width that it can cut, and the fact that the Joy Extra can also do print and cut.
I guess I didn't even realize that the little Joy doesn't do print and cut. So
I didn't realize
machine
that
that
the Joy Plus did print and cut.
yeah.
The Joy Extra has become my favorite machine. I use it for everything at the moment.
They cut. I had the little Joy, of the little turquoise one, and I bought it, took it to a scrapbooking retreat I went to with some friends, and I'm like, this is barely going to cut my paper because I had really, really heavy cardstock and I had really light paper weight, that some translucent stuff I was working with, and it was amazed on how well it cut. And I swear it's just like the maker, but you can't change out the blades. Like it did so well. So I really like it.
I've heard a lot of people say that they started with the Joy and then the Extra came out and they liked the Extra better just because it's a little bit bigger. It can do a little bit more. So I think if you were going to go and buy one now and you were like debating, I would probably say go for the Extra just because it's still nice and tiny, right? So you're right, Kelly?
Yeah, 100%. And your versatility is so much more because you can use print and cut with it as well. So, I mean, you not only, like Erin said, the size-wise, you can have 8.5 by 11 inch pages, but you can print and cut, which, I mean, we already established that's my favorite thing. So I'm a big fan.
All right, those in the audience.
Is there a big price difference between the two?
No,
Not a huge, no. They're pretty close, I think. And depending on sales.
Yeah, it seems like the bigger one would be a good option.
Yeah. So hands in the audience of those that have any kind of like Joy or Cricut, or who's got an electronic cutting machine, or shout out which one do you have? Do you have a Cricut? Do you have the Romeo? Do you have a Brother? Do you have Silhouette? Like, because we got the ball. There's even a new one that just came on the market. That's by HTV Ront, the Locklick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've been playing with that lately. So shout out which one you have at home. I'd love to know. But yeah, there was a question. Want to pop that back up? There we go. Okay. Who wants to take this?
I'll take it. I don't mind. Or does somebody else want to?
Come on, Catherine. You're a big Cricut person. You go with this one.
All right, I can give it a shot. Kelly can correct me where I'm wrong. I don't do print and cut too much though, but it's basically you can get a picture or a design or like an emoji or like a little icon or whatever, just any sort of picture, and then you print it on your printer and then you send it. You put it onto your Cricut mat. Like you have to work through Cricut Design Space, at least I know other programs do as well, but I've only got the Cricut. And you have to do it through Cricut Design Space, and it prints it on a piece of paper, and it leaves little marks around the edges. And then you put it through your Cricut, and it cuts around it. So we were talking about fussy cutting earlier, where Kelly was showing us how it like cuts all those things. So you could print those flowers that she had, and then send it to your Cricut, and it would cut it out for you. So like for me, I wouldn't cut those flowers. I would just do a print and then cut. And you can make them into stickers, or you can make them into vinyl decals to put onto shirts, or you can do it for just paper, for like posters or whatever you want. Like, so that's sort of, what print and cut is. You just print a picture and you cut it out. You do the fussy cutting with your machine instead of having to do it by hand.
It's a good way to explain it. Yes, so that's what it looks like. And you print it right from Design Space, and it puts those crop marks on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you pull it off, and then it has your little sticker, just like that.
Very cute.
Yeah, nice and easy.
I've also seen people where they'll do like stamping, and so they don't have to go buy the dies. So they'll just stamp, they'll color it in, and then you can scan it, and it'll cut out the stamped image that you've done. Or you can cut it first and then color it, just in case, because there is sometimes some aligning problems. You have to sometimes reset. I've dabbled in it just a tiny bit, but just out of curiosity, for those that do the print and cut in our panel here, how many times do you have to like recalibrate it so it cuts correctly?
Never with the Caesar.
Ah,
yeah,
really?
The Romeo does an amazing
Romeo
job.
and Juliet are fabulous with print and cut.
And the Silhouette.
Very fast. Very fast.
So
Very,
that's
very
good too.
fast and very, very accurate.
What'd you say, Kelly?
And the silhouette as well. Perfect. I've never
Yes.
you don't calibrate the silhouette, but with the Cricut you kind of calibrate it every now and again, which is a little bit annoying. But the moment that you see your cuts kind of going a little bit off consistently, then you recalibrate. But you shouldn't have to do it like every time. If you're doing it every time you cut, then please contact customer service because there's something wrong with your machine.
Yeah, I find with mine, I either switch from my laptop or my iPad. So if I'm switching which one I'm working on, I'll do a quick recalibration because it's always just like a little bit off. And so I try to just focus using one, and then I don't need to recalibrate almost ever. But if I'm jumping back and forth between what I'm using to as my sort of primary design space platform, then I'll have to calibrate it just to make sure that it works, because it doesn't. It's typically pretty good, but it'll be off just by like a little fraction of a hair. And you know, as crafters, we're very particular about precision.
That is true. Yes, you can cut out, like, it doesn't even have to be stamped. It can be anything that you draw. So you just scan it in, and then use Design Space to cut it out. There was another question here. So that was print and cut. Here's one for Christy. Do you have a cutting machine?
That's so funny you ask. Y'all, I've been like this from the first day with cutting machines because I know I have to have every little tiny thing, and I have this world that I need to focus on, and I can't be focusing on this world. So as much as I love what all you can do with it, I don't have one at all.
You don't have one.
That's fine. We still like you.
And I still have fun. I still get to craft, you know.
Right. But you do show people how to make designs so that they can cut them.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Procreate.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
So there's
sure.
like a connection.
Yeah, and I can connect with you guys, and y'all can show how to do it. I'll come up with a design, and then y'all can show them how to actually do it.
Yes. And then I was going to mention, I have an SVG club over on our website, and for the summit we have $40 off. So I'm going to drop that in the chat if it will let me. And I think it worked. Yes. So you can get that. And then if it renews, you still get the renewal price with $40 off next year when it renews. So you guys can check that out if you're interested, if you have a machine. Can you cut out stamped? Oh, I think we already talked about that one. I thought there was one more question. Jerry says that Christy was being oddly quiet, so she figured.
We didn't pick the best topic to talk about.
Well, I'm thinking what all could I do with it? You know, I don't even want to know that because I'm afraid. But I do want people to know. Like, I know you can create stickers. Yeah.
Mhm.
You can do like
T-shirts,
stuff.
Yeah.
tumblers.
The tumbler. Yeah. So
Yeah.
everything that I could design on the iPad, we can print out on some kind of material
That's cute.
and then have it cut. Because I would never want to cut that myself. That would be a
Yeah.
lot.
But it's not just, it's also all the different materials. You can also cut like leather and thick chipboard and felt. And, you know, depending on the machine, you might also get like the rotary blades, and that just opens up a whole other category of stuff. And then there's scoring. And I mean, it just, the window just flies open when you start kind of delving
it's a whole
into the
nother,
world.
like, job.
It's a whole other world. Yep.
Yeah. Does
See
Anne?
what I'll do.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have a maker and one of the older models. I don't remember.
Okay.
And a silhouette that I've never used.
Oh,
So there's that.
Right. We could probably do a whole another question round on how many or what tools or machine or product or whatever do you have, but you have never used. But
I'd
I
like
don't
to plead the
want
fifth.
to admit that publicly, right? What'd you say, Kelly?
I'd like to plead the fifth.
No.
I got one.
That is-
I got one that I
That
thought
is the
was,
right
like,
amendment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, funny. Okay, I saw somebody mention it. So Danielle is one of our speakers too, and she has a club so that you can use her machines to print or trace or hand letter. But so thanks for popping on. I think, no, her session, I was going to say, I think her session might be today, but I don't know what day it is anymore. They're all kind of running together.
Mhm.
I don't think it's today. I think it's Thursday. The lettering one.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, what's the thickest you can cut with a maker? I think it depends on what product, whether it's wood or cardboard or.
The clearance of the machine is 2.4 millimeters, so you shouldn't.
They have
It won't accept anything underneath that. But yeah, that's just the maximum thickness that you'd be able to like engrave on or anything like that.
I love that. I think my creative brain just can't keep those numbers. It's very anti-number. I would be like, oh, about this.
I mean, also accurate, you know. Just
Yeah. I'm the person that measures for like a new end table and be like, okay, it's like this.
Yep.
Right? And then
I've never cared
around
about them until the
door.
laser. So now I pay attention to thickness with the laser. So I'm like, dang, now I need to know how much this is.
Yeah, that's true. A little bit more detailed.
I feel like this is a very loaded question.
Like
And I'm going to start off with, I
asked.
don't think there's as much with the machines. I think, this is just me personally, I think it has more to do with the software that you're using with it and the quality of the software and how easy the software is. And sorry, that's my dog. He likes to talk. So if you're hearing the whining, this little pup right here, I forget it. Like, here he is. So we got the dogs, we got the cats, we got all the animals joining in today.
He hears you
But-
talking.
I'd love, because I've fully played with 2 different machines. I've only, see there we got animals everywhere. This is how we roll here. But yeah, I've played with the Locklick and I've played with Cricut. I've not really dabbled much in, or I was at an event, but for me, it's the software that I'm using. That to me is the biggest difference, and how well the machine connects with the software. And is it a plug in and go? And that's amazing when you have to fiddle with crap that doesn't want to connect and do things, and you're just, that gets frustrating. But let's pose the question to each one of us, why don't we? Because that's a good question.
Yeah. I personally think they're all, like, it really depends on which one you learn with. Usually that first one that you start with is kind of the one that you just, I don't know, it's like it starts to teach you the terminology and, you know, how you need the design set up. And I think that kind of carries through, but that's just mine. I have a Cricut and then I have a Caesar machine. So how about
Did
you?
you like one over the
Use
other?
the Cricut. Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I know how to use the Cricut faster.
Mm.
So, and it's just because I haven't had the Romeo that long. And then I was like, when you're planning a summit, do you have time to play? No. But I do really love the software that comes with the Caesar.
Mm.
And you don't have to be online for it, right? I mean, you can
Yeah.
cut. That's the advantage of that one.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you have to be online with the Cricut, unless you have the old school with the cartridge.
Yeah.
Did they change that or no? Is that
You can work with offline designs, so as long as you save the designs to your computer and you've had Cricut Design Space open before you go offline, then you can work with it offline. But I mean, chances are when that happens, I mean, it's one of those Murphy's Law things where everything goes wrong at the wrong time. And then, you know, you accidentally close Cricut Design Space, and now you're offline, you can't open it. So I mean, it's still pretty awful.
yeah. Does anybody else have an opinion on the machines that they care to share?
I mean, I just feel like
How
it's
much-
depend.
You just open up
How
a
much
can of
you
worms
wanna
and
work
everybody's like,
Yeah.
I think with every machine has its pros and cons, and I think it depends on what you feel like spending the most time figuring out, and what you like to do most. So I mean, for me personally, I started out with the Cricut, and it was great. It got me into this whole cutting world. I learned a lot with it, but I really was frustrated with the print and cut. So then I jumped and got a Silhouette, and that worked a lot better for my print and cut projects. But that was important to me. So maybe, you know, if you're not doing print and cut, the software was fine and cutting was fine with the Cricut. So if print and cut was not like at the top of my list, I probably would have just stayed with Cricut, and I wouldn't have had an issue. But then when I got a chance to try Romeo and Juliet, really I felt like they just worked better than both of the other machines that I had used. So I that's the only machine that I use at this point. I have taken the time to learn them. So I feel like that it just depends on how much time you have to learn these new things. There's so many things out there, and I feel like they all have good things, and some of them also have things that are annoying. But it just depends on what you feel like doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I could not agree with you more. Like, people always say to me, "Oh, which is the best machine?" Depends on what you want to do. Exactly like you said. If you're going to be doing print and cut only with your business, go with this. I don't have experience with the Caesar, Romeo, or Juliet, so I'm just going to reference Silhouette and Cricut because those are the two that I know. But like, if you're choosing between the two, then go with a Silhouette, because the print and cut is, you get much more out of the space and whatnot. But if you're technologically challenged, the Silhouette will probably intimidate you because of the software. But if you feel like the software is very limiting and you come from a designer background, the software of the Silhouette would work much better for you. If you prefer to cut like thicker things and do more fun things and better cuts, then the Cricut. So like, it's just, exactly like Courtney says, it depends on what you want to do with the machine, where your strengths are within your mental faculties as well. Because I know that if I'm trying to learn something new, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
You're not alone. There's a lot of us are like, I'm just sticking with what I know and do not make me learn new tricks.
Yeah. Even just like when you update your phone and they move like one little thing, or it's
No.
I can't phone anymore.
I think we're scaring Christy. She's like, I'm not getting a machine now.
I'm not getting a machine.
You're confirming my thoughts about it. I don't have time for this in my life right now.
Right.
I have to say though,
I am-
with Kelly saying she jumped from Cricut to Silhouette for print and cut, making that jump from Silhouette to Romeo or Juliet is just like, whoa, like it's so much faster, it's so much quieter, it's accurate. It's just like, you haven't tried Romeo or Juliet yet, but if you did, you would not go back.
I don't want to hear it, Courtney. I don't want to hear it because we don't have them in South Africa.
She's sitting on shelf behind her.
You can't get them there?
I think we might have the Juliet from a specific supplier, but it's going to be like ridiculously expensive because they'll probably import it in like small runs and things like that. And nobody wants to send me one because of the taxes and the shipping. I mean, I get it. I get it.
Yes, they are cutting machines and they're made by Caesar, Loretta.
Which is spelled S-I-S-E-R. So it looks like Sizer, but you pronounce it Caesar.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there you go. Not as in like Caesar salad.
Yeah, there is a cutting tomorrow at 11. We're doing a live just on cutting machines too. So if you're interested, if you have one and you want some tips, or if you don't have one and you want to hear what everybody says, and I can't remember how many speakers are on that one, but that will be a different panel, I believe. So does anybody, okay, so we wanted to make sure to mention, again, we were talking to Anne and Catherine earlier, and they each need like 50 new subscribers over on YouTube. So we're going to have those links. Head over and like them. But I would love to hear from everybody what you have going on after the summit. And first of all, my sincere thank you for joining me here today, but also at the Home Decor Crafters Summit. It's been, we've had so many great comments about day one. They are almost an hour into day two. So there's another 9 sessions that are released. And I will go over, if you didn't catch yesterday's welcome, if you're having trouble finding things, you might want to grab that video and run through it. But you go to the daily page that was emailed out. It's also in the Facebook group. Scroll down, there's the live sessions, and then underneath that, there's a teal session. And then it has each of the speakers and their project photo. And then there's a watch button underneath there. It's pink. Click that. It'll take you to their page, and then you'll be able to watch the video, grab the resources. And then those will expire again tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then we'll have day 3 out. If you have not yet grabbed the VIP and you're thinking, I'm not going to be able to watch everything or get everything in there, I'm going to drop the VIP link. And that is on sale until Friday. So Friday at midnight, that goes away. It's $97, but it's on sale right now for only $57. You get all the replays, all 35 replays. And then there's like a $750 bonus pack and it has resources. I know Courtney, I think, has a cheat sheet in there. There's some fun templates I think that Christy had put in with Procreate, and there's a live class that Catherine has coming up. Lots of fun. I think there's a glass etching. So there's different workshops, there's different master classes, all of that stuff in there. So, and you have 3 months to access those bonuses, but you have lifetime access to the workshops. So if you don't want the pressure to watch them, then, or, watch them on one day, then you can just grab your VIP pass. Okay, I was going to see if there's any questions. So with that in mind, I would love to hear what the speakers on today's live have going on. And why don't we just kind of go around? We'll start with Erin and just go around the circle. And if you want to just tell us what you have going on and what you have coming up.
All right. So somebody did ask a question in the comments. They're like, when is the next Makers Retreat? So that is what's going on with me soon. I have just released the ability to sign up for my next Makers Retreat, which is at the end of July, the beginning of August. We have 3 amazing educators, blah, blah, I cannot talk today. One, myself, and I am officially announced, I can reveal the next amazing educator, Jennifer Perkins and Amanda Stevens from Pear Blossom Press. There are 2 other amazing educators that are going to be part of this amazing retreat. It's an in-person retreat, food's included, the house is included, your 6-foot crafty tables included, libations, snacks. We have an entire amazing we all come together, we wear jammies all day, and we just craft and create. There's time built in also for you to do your own things, but we also have dedicated classes. Each educator is teaching 3 classes over the course of the long weekend, and you also have the ability now to add in a day on the front end and add a day on the back end that is just pure hangout. There's no agenda, there's no schedule. It's just if you want to add a little bit more fun to your vacation. It is just outside of Austin, Texas in Dripping Springs, and there's only 14 slots available, and there are already a few that have sold out. So there's not sold out, but that have sold. So there's only a few left. So if you want to jump in on that, it is a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see you there. I'll put the link for that in the information. Oh, somebody already did. Haha, thanks, Shelley. She's on top of it.
So fun. I kind of want to come.
It is a blast.
Lock me in a room and make me craft for a few days.
Right? And I give you food and drinks and snacks. You leave fat and happy. You're good. Right? You filled your cup.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, Courtney, what do you have going on? I see your shirt. I bet that's good.
I actually have launched a new clothing line called Mirrored Mindset. This is the logo here. And basically what it is, it's sharing your truth kind of with the world, but with yourself. So each shirt has a positive affirmation on it. This one actually says brave, but you can't see it because to the outside world, it kind of looks like a jumbled puzzle. It's written in cursive, but it's written in reverse so that when you look in the mirror, you see your truth. So when I look in the mirror, I see brave. So January, this was one of January's affirmations. It was courageous, brave, and strong. And each month, 3 new affirmations will be coming out. And they launch February 1st. So this Saturday, 3 new affirmations will be launching. And it comes in a crop top, not really a crop top, but just like a shorter crew neck. This is the regular crew neck. And then it also comes in a hoodie. So I'm very excited about Mirrored Mindset. You can get on the mailing list with this link so that you can be notified when the launches happen, but it is February 1st at 9 a.m. Pacific time of every month. 3 new affirmations will be launched.
I love that. That is so cute and so clever. I'm gonna have to go check.
So excited about it.
That's awesome. All right, Christy, what do you have going on?
Well, I have my Love Notes Valentine class coming up, and do you have that little graphic? There's a little graphic, but I'm so excited, but we do have a promo. There is, if you do sign up and you use, what is it called? Save 10, then you save $10. But I'll show you, you can take that off and I'll just show these. These are the in-person, the cards. Anyway, they're watercolored, so fun. It is going to be a blast. We'd love to have you join us. You don't have to have any experience. I'm giving you templates and all the things, and it's coming up on the 4th.
So cute. I love your classes and I love your teaching. So if you're interested, jump in there. If you don't have an iPad, you could just take what she's doing and use.
Well, this isn't iPad at all. This is just.
Oh, this one isn't.
No. Yeah, this is physical watercolor. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't. pay
That's
attention.
what I and paper. Right.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anne, how about you?
Okay. Okay, so I have BellaCon. It's a retreat. It's a virtual retreat. It used to be live years ago at Mall of America. And when we brought it back, we were going to do live, but everybody wanted virtual. So it is in May. We are still honing in on the exact dates. And it's a little bit different because the majority of the instructors are all together in one place. So you get to know each of them a little bit better. And they are taking the classes while one of the instructors is going. So, and they're watching for all the questions, and it's a great event. So you can go to my website and there is a sign up right there. Otherwise, I put the sign up down here too. Shelley put it in. But yeah, so check it out. It's fun.
Awesome. It does sound like a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but I really miss those in-person crafting. And you know, the Mall of America one, I wonder if I was there like 10 years ago.
You could have been. I mean, I think the first time we had, I think about 187 people. So, I capped it at 175, but it went over. And we did it a few years in a row there.
That's fun. Sounds fun. Okay, Catherine, what do you have going on?
I've got like a whole bunch of random odds and ends going on all the time. So I've recently started something called Crafting Unscripted. And so every Thursday at 12:15 Eastern time, I go live and I do crafting. And this is unscripted, right? So I just kind of, whatever I've got in my head that day is what we're doing. And it's on YouTube, and I don't do like a blog post on it. I just kind of go and I craft. You don't get any information beforehand of what's going on because I don't know. I just go and I do it, and I do some stuff. And so I've also got a whole bunch of flowers on the go. I've got these new ones this way. These are my latest ones. And those will be up next week, I think, on the blog. And I got these new ones going up the week after. And so what I try to do on the blog is I have like a new post every Friday because that's just my thing. And I saw a lot of comments on the post. So I've got all the other flowers here somewhere. Sorry, I'm not good at pointing upside down backwards. But those are all my designs. And so if you go to my website, I've left, Shelley, I think just dropped the link there to my flowers bundle at my shop. So if you want to make those flowers, you can pick those up there at that link. And that's sort of the whole smorgasbord of flowers there. It's like a bundle. Instead of buying them individually, it's like kind of a better deal. But I'm sort of working through, like, I go through phases. And so I'm back in my flower phase. So I've got I'm working through like 6 different types of flowers. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. And then if you haven't signed up for my YouTube channel, please do, because you get to do the Crafting Unscripted, which is different than my lives that I do for these summits. So I do like a monthly live where you get all of my information. So you get like the design, you get the details, the supplies lists, and then we do it live together. And that's just exclusive for people who have gotten that through the VIP passes or who have purchased tickets. So I've got that coming up. I skipped January for that just because it was a bit crazy after Christmas, but they're coming back up every month again. So you can also make sure if you don't have your VIP pass, you grab that and you can get tickets to my live session there. And so that's kind of what I've got going on.
Sweet. I love it. So your flowers that you were talking about with the bundle,
yes,
excuse me, is that for cutting machine or can people print them in?
Actually, yeah, you know what? Good point. It is for a cutting machine.
Okay.
And then in the descriptions of each sort of, because each flower comes with its own file, it's all bundled as a file. There's also like a link to my website where it'll walk you step by step how to make them. Because some of them have like little, tricks and gimmicks. It's not like just cut this and boom, you have a flower, right? You still have to put it all together and make it work. So.
Right. A few more steps, but they're cute. They look really cute behind you too.
Thanks.
Awesome. Okay. We're going to blow up your YouTube channel as soon as we're done with this live. But Kelly, what do you have going on?
Oh, I feel like it's just started 2025, but and like we're almost in February, so that's kind of what I've got going on, like floundering throughout the year. But as a special offer, like I'm loving this Home Decor Crafters Summit, and I'm kind of just, you know, reveling in the light that I'm getting from you guys. But as a special offer that I have for you guys for the Home Decor Crafters Summit is I'm doing a 25% off on my workbooks and things like that I have on my store. So I have a cardstock jumpstart, which helps people make like this little fox here in the background. And yesterday I took down the unicorn that I have made, and just like crafting with cardstock and your Cricut. I think I also showed you guys this as well. And if you're, you know, new to having a Cricut and you want to learn how to make with cardstock, that's a great resource. My other resource that I have is my print and cut jumpstart for exactly the same purpose. So if you're hesitant about getting started with print and cut, you want to try some new projects, all of that, it's an 80-page document that takes you step by step through the different types of material, you know, setting up your print and cut, understanding it. I even also do a little bit of troubleshooting or helping you to avoid problems rather within that document as well, and quite a few other ebooks or guides that I like to call them, because I'm not supposed to use the word ebook because Google doesn't like that. So I have to use guides. And yeah, so you can use Home Decor for 25% off on any of those on my shop. And if you have the VIP pass, you get 50% off. So you'll just have to get that within the Home Decor Crafters Summit dashboard. And yeah, I know that they shared my YouTube channel as well, so I have lots of videos lined up and coming throughout the rest of the year. It's going to be a lot of fun. When is my tulip mat class? My tulip mat class was unfortunately yesterday. So it was on day 1, and it's over now at the moment. So if you have the VIP pass, then you can still grab it. And if you don't, and you really wanted to take that class, then it's a great reason to upgrade to the VIP pass, which is awesome, because then you can do it whenever you want.
And watch it over and over and over again. And if you go to the main agenda page that is sent out in your emails, so there's a daily one that has the sessions for today, but then there's a main page, and then that one also has a printable PDF. So then you can see who is on what day. I don't know about everybody else, but I like to see it, the whole picture, and then decide. All right. Did we get everybody? I feel like we missed someone.
No?
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah, I think we're good, right? Now I think all we need now is the giveaway.
Ooh.
Drum roll.
We sound goofy.
It was great. I appreciate that. Okay, this is the shop that I was talking about, and you can see the first mug that's up there is the Craftaholic one. This is one of the designs I have in my shop, but we're not all Cricut crafters. So it's got some cute glue guns, and it says Craftaholic with no plans for recovery. And we are going to randomly pick a winner. And then when you do win, if you could email me your name and address, and we can make that. I'm typing it into the chat too. And we can make that .me. If you have any questions also about just, you can't find a link or something's not working for you, you can send all of your customer support over there. But okay, I'm going to have Erin's on the back end helping me. If you could pick a name.
I'm going to scroll up and down.
Okay.
Here we go.
Sherry. Sweet. Yay. So if you would like to send us an email, and then we just need your mailing address, and we will get that shipped out. Stop. There we go.
I think there might have been a typo in your email, so I'm going to put it back up again.
Oh, what? Did it?
I think the E got left off.
Oh. I can't type and talk at the same time.
I'll put it up. Don't worry. Just keep going.
It's a really easy way for me. Yeah, contact me at customer service. Wink, wink. Nothing more spammy. All right. So the next live session we have is at 12:30, and that one is bow making. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I am bow impaired. I can tie my shoe, and I can tie one other bow, and that's kind of about it. And then after that, at 2 o'clock, we're going to do digital crafts. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we also have 3 lives each day for those. So if you come to my YouTube channel and then go to the live stream tab. There's also a playlist that has them all. And then you can click the notify me button. And then that will tell you when they're live. So if you're signed in, I love that YouTube reminds you. All right. I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions before we log off? And if you guys could all throw some hearts up and give all of our speakers on here kind of a virtual round of applause that way. So thank you, ladies.
I'll be back at 2.
There's some hearts.
Oh, yes. Oh, cute.
That is cute.
That's adorable.
Oh, look at that. We're so creative.
Wait, how did the Crafty Brig do that?
Yeah.
If you're on an Apple product, it will do it.
Oh,
That's so cool.
Even when you don't want it to sometimes.
Even when you don't want it to sometimes, yeah.
It must be turned off.
That's cool.
maybe not an iMac, but it's working. Do you have an iMac?
I'm on a Mac, yeah.
Oh.
It will also give a thumbs down. That's not good.
Good Apple.
At inopportune times.
Oh, the things you learn, right? There's a few other emojis that we probably shouldn't walk through.
Kelly, I love that heart.
Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah,
heart.
Thank you.
Good.
Another one of the joys of crafting with cardstock.
Mhm.
So cute.
That is cute.
I love how your cat had to get in there and be like, and me too. Right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, don't forget about me. I'm one of the stars of the show too.
Right? One of the stars, it's a cat. He thinks he's the only star.
Well, he has to share the spotlight with his brother. They're like kind of almost identical twins. So
That's funny. Okay, somebody said the peace sign works too. Try the peace.
Yeah, Courtney was doing
Yes.
it.
He
Mhm.
It's
did.
confetti.
Oh, cute.
But it has to be 2 peace signs, not just one.
I just don't. I feel like mine's broken. Nothing's happening.
I don't have an Apple
You're like,
product,
why
so-
isn't it working?
Whatever.
Now
Whatever.
I spend my
Apple.
day trying to figure this out.
So if I did this, did anything happen?
Yeah. It's so funny. I know there was something that set off fireworks, and I turned it off because whenever I was recording lives, it would shoot fireworks.
Oh.
And when I was recording sessions and they weren't supposed to have fireworks, I don't know what I was doing. But all right. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you being
Thank
here,
you.
and thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everyone.
Shelley.
Thank you.
Bye.